Alright guys, we are back. Hopefully we can get done free agency in this video because I do want to try to get to the line changes in this video as well, and hopefully we can maybe get some simulation started as well. That would be awesome if we can get that done. We're going to be going into free agency. Obviously, from the last video, you guys know our two really main goals. Our main goals is really to get two top six defensemen to fill out our defensive core. And if we do have enough money left, I think we should probably go out and see if we can find a second liner, either a playmaker or a sniper that can help out Shen and Klimchuk on that second line, because we need either to get somebody who can score some goals or somebody that can pass the puck really well so that Klimchuk and or Shen can do most of the goal scoring on that second line. But before I do that, a couple of you guys were asking me, because you saw the overall of Alvin Nicolot, you guys wanted to see the other people that were drafted to see if I made a good choice or not. So, yeah, let's do that. So, if I think I can remember from the other video of me watching, I think the top people were Buffalo, other than us, Buffalo, Florida, Vancouver. Vancouver was one of them, and Minnesota. So, Vancouver shouldn't have one of them. They should have one of them. Not good to hear me. I think Luke Carlson. Did they draft him? Yeah, Luke Carlson. He went fourth overall. So he's 65, defensive defenseman, four gold stars. Yeah, nothing really too special there. I mean, obviously he'll get there, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so that was Vancouver, um, Minnesota, Buffalo. Buffalo was the other guy. Kyle Gordon, was he it? I don't think he was drafted this year. I think he was drafted last year. Yeah, he was drafted first overall last year. And this guy, I think they got John Selleck, right? Yeah, second round from 2020. Yep, they drafted this guy, John Selleck. So he has a better overall than Nicolot. Only 4 gold stars, not 4.5. Yeah, nothing really. Just a couple high 70s everywhere, basically. So nothing really there. And then Florida and Minnesota. So Florida, yeah, they drafted Kip Roenick. I know that. 20 years old, 66 overall again. Offensive defenseman. He's a pretty fast skater already. He's got 4.5 yellow star, white stars for skating, so that's pretty good. Defensive category's not all there yet. Decent shot. So yeah, he's not that bad. Same overall as Nicolop. He's a defenseman. And then last but not least, Minnesota. Oops, completely ran right by them. Minnesota, they drafted. Did they? Who did they draft? Did they draft Galvin? Pat Galvin? 2020, yep, fifth round pick, yep. So they drafted the power forward, Pat Galvin. Okay, so yeah, nobody really overall fluctuated that much. Most of them were 67, 65, 66 overall, so it's not like we really missed out on anything too much. Who's this Roussel guy? Did they draft him this year too? No, they drafted him last year. Okay, fair enough. Okay. But yeah, now that we got that all taken care of, let's go into free agency. So we have 5.8 mil to work with, two top six defensemen, and if we have enough money left, we can go out and get that second line playmaker, or maybe we can make a trade for a second liner as well. So we'll have to see about that. But let's get our defenseman signed first. Okay, so we took a look at the defenseman last time, and we came to a decision that Kevin Klein was definitely going to be one of the defensemen that we go out and sign. Pretty good defensive category, high 8, a little bit mid 80s to high 80s everywhere. 83 defensive awareness, 87 shot blocking, 84 stick checking. Discipline's good at 80. Offensive awareness is pretty good at 80 as well. He's not really a passer. His physical category is all right, so I think he would be one of the better guys that we get for defense. So we know we're going to sign Kevin Klein. Now the decision here is, who do we now go out and sign? I think it either has to be between Steven Kampfer and Eric Roy. So let's compare both of these guys. So Steven Kampfer, a little bit low on the defensive side, 82, 82, 84. His discipline is good. His offensive awareness is good. Really, he has a better offensive category only because he is a two-way defenseman. His physical category really isn't all that there, so we know that about him. Eric Roy, I think, is a restricted free agent, if I'm not mistaken, from Phoenix. He has a good defensive awareness, not good shot blocking. Stick checking is pretty good. His discipline is a little bit iffy. His offensive awareness is okay. He's a two-way defenseman as well. Not very physical, but he does have a good offensive category. I mean, he has a wicked slap shot at 93 and a good wrist shot at 86. But he has the 4 gold stars. So let me do a test here. I want to see something. If I increase the years, okay, yeah, if I increase the years to 7, it's a little trick I learned from watching some other people. If you increase the years by a lot of money and their contract keeps going up, that means they're going to actually increase in overall as a player. So we give him an 8-year deal. He goes up to 1.45. So he's not really going to turn out all that much. He's only going to be maybe a 78 overall player. So I don't know who we should go out for defenseman. Like I said, we can't afford anybody past Christopher Berglund. So Berglund, Yannick Weber, Morrow, and Roman Josi are all off the market. We cannot afford them. Malinchuk's good, but he has no discipline. Yeah, 63 penalty minutes in 76 games played in the AHL. His defensive category is good. Steven Shields, 70 discipline is enough to maybe get you by. He doesn't take all that many penalty minutes. He's a two-way defenseman. Kevin Klein, 72 penalty minutes last year. Kurt Tapper is the other guy who we can maybe see. His penalty minutes rack up a good bit too. And Camphor doesn't. He only played 2 games last year. But this season he did play AHL 26 penalty minutes. I don't know. It's a tough decision that we have to make here. It's a very tough decision. Who should we go out and get, man? I'm not entirely sure on who we could get. Okay, I'm going to make the decision to go and sign Kevin Klein first. I'm going to make that decision to sign him. So I only want him for 1 year. Well, 2 years. Nah, blah. He could become depth if we need. We're going to go 1 year. 1 year for Kevin Klein. There's no other teams interested in him. 1 year at 1 point. I'm going to give him what he wants at 1.888. So we'll give him what he wants. Because there's no other teams interested in him. And then who do I'll go out and sign again? Camphor? I don't really think Eric Roy will work all that well. That discipline kind of scares me a little bit. Steven Camphor. I think I have to sign Steven Camphor. I really think I do. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign Steven Camphor. Why not? 1 year deal for you at 1.39. Okay, so those are our defensemen that I'm going to grab up. If Camphor doesn't work out, we can always throw in Artturi Lehkonen. So that'll be the decision there. So we're not going to sign Eric Roy. We'll let Phoenix take care of him. Because Phoenix is stocking up on defensemen. So let's go out and get those, maybe, what's his face? Those forwards that were 4-star, and then we'll go see. Let's make sure we get our defenseman first, then we'll go look up for the second liner, because remember, the second liner is not all that important to us right now. Okay, so we could get Sergei Fedorov, 24 years old, 3.5 stars. Anaheim is interested in him. I think he's a restricted free agent. So let's give him a 3-year deal. 2-year deal is fine, and we'll raise the price up to about 1.85 because I think he's a restricted free agent. Yes, he is. So we'll do that. Get him on a 2-way. Letty, we're not going to do. Jimmy McKegg, let's try to get him as well. He wants a 1 year. I'll do 2 years for you as well. Boston's interested in him. Do 0.85. Should I increase it a little bit more? He has 3.5 red stars, so he could change a little bit. Yeah, let's risk it to 0.855. We'll do that. And there were no defensive prospects, right? No goalie prospects either. No, we could sign maybe like one of these 80 overalls to back up Gordon Peckham, but there's no really point in doing either of them. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go up a day. Simulate up a day to see what happens with those guys. Nothing yet. Okay, so McKegg accepted as presented, but he accepts the offer sheet. Camphor accept the offer. Kevin Klein accept the offer, and yeah, okay. So we have to wait on those guys on the offer sheet guys first. Nothing yet. Let's wait on the offer sheet guys. Keep waiting on them. Okay, the Bruins decide to match our offer to McKegg, and the Ducks chose to match our offer to Fedorov as well. Okay, so we have 4.2 left, which is good. So who's still left? Okay, so Smith, Pelly, Schwartz, Purcell are all still left. Okay, so let's take a look here. They're all considered third liners, but technically they could play on that second line if we so choose. So Devontae Smith Pelly's got a good offensive category, not the best puck moving skills. Schwartz's puck moving skills is 5 stars. He's an amazing passer. He's got really good hand-eye. He can deke. He has good puck control. His defensive category is actually pretty dang good as well. Not the best skater, not a really good shooter. Teddy Purcell. No, nothing really too special with Teddy Purcell either. Justin Kirsch. Good senses, good discipline. Nothing really too special there either. Sabatka, nothing too special with him. I know that. Kyle Beach, nope. Yannick Hansen, no. I don't think we're gonna go out and do that. And yeah, there's just no real. Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna go sign it. We're gonna go along with the current team that we have presented right now, and we're gonna see how it ends up for us. Let me just check it out really quickly. Make sure there's no other guys. Eric Roy is still available if we so choose to sign him. We can maybe put him in the minors, let him play top 2 time in the minors if we so choose. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to sign him. He wants 3 years at 1.3. I'd rather do 2 years at like 1.4. 1.4. Phoenix would probably match that, but you know what? It doesn't help. And there's no picks required. Okay, fair enough. Not that it wouldn't matter anyway. It wouldn't bother me to give up picks anyway. Just see if we get him for that deal, that'd be cool. I'll throw him in the minors, get him some time. Let's see. Ooh. Now this is an interesting trade. Ooh. This is interesting. Very interesting. So, oof. So, our second and third for this year, Mike Brookbank, who's an unsigned rookie, for James Wisniewski. Wisniewski is 81 overall, top 6 defenseman. His defensive category is pretty good. His senses aren't that bad. His puck moving skills are good. Physical category is pretty good as well. Shooting categories, he's a good offensive defenseman. You know what? Oof. I think I have to take this deal. I think I have to. 2.8. That's not that bad of a cap hit. Could make some moves around. We can make some moves around and lower those guys that we just signed, maybe down to one of them down to the minors. I think I have to take this deal, guys. I think it's way too good to pass up. To only a second and a third, and an unsigned rookie who's not even 2.5 gold stars. Yeah, doesn't even mean anything for Wisniewski. Yeah, I think I have to take that deal. I think I'm going to take that deal. Yes, I'm going to execute that trade. Why not? I'm going to take that deal. So we get James Wisniewski, and Columbus gets a second and a third round pick. So, yeah, I think I had to take that deal, man. I had to take that deal. And, okay, so the offer sheet did go through to Eric Roy. Not that much cap room left. Just keep going. Let's see if the Phoenix Coyotes match it. They're not going to match it, so that's fine. So we get Eric Roy on our team, and now we're basically done. Are we done? Yeah, we are done. Okay, so let's move to. Okay, so that was an interesting series of events that happened there. So we got James Wisniewski for a second and a third, and an unsigned rookie. So that's good. Now we have a pretty good uh, top defenseman that we could use, and he's like 36 years old too. So maybe something crazy will happen. Maybe we can get him for less money next year as well, if he doesn't fluctuate all that much. So yeah, so we're gonna have to do some serious roster moves around here right now. So we'll have to see what goes on. Okay, so we'll just wait for the simulation to continue. Okay, can we make the free agencies over? Can we make the roster moves? No, we still can't yet. Okay. Probably have to wait till the preseason starts up. Keep going here and just go day by day because I'm not sure when it turns over. Maybe we won't get any simulating done yet. I think we'll just get some the line changes set up for the AHL team and the NHL team. Then we'll start the simulation in the next video. Okay, great. All of us are happy. It shows them 152 wins. Okay, that's doable. Okay, so let's go to roster moves and let's work it out. Okay, so forward-wise, so Giroux, Galchenyuk, Shinkruk, Shen, Fox, Couturier, Eddie Watt, Klimchuk, Monahan, Hart, Ray Kirkpatrick, Lundmark. No, you guys go down. Lundmark, you go down. Rick Cook is playing in the juniors. Okay, that's interesting. And Nick Cousins, you get up here. And in the minors, it looks like we have Kirkpatrick, Hurdle, Duwagwitz, Lundmark, Stortini, Nikolai, Henson, and Zubris, Kuchin, Bork, and Bork. Okay, so that's cool there. Okay, so our forwards are taken care of. Defense. We got, okay, who is down there? So Murray, Theodore, Pulak, Beaulieu, Wisniewski, Klein, Eric Roy, Lehkonen. Okay, so Arturi Lehkonen goes down, and it either has to be Eric Roy either stays up or Kevin Klein stays up. It's probably I want Kevin Klein up here rather than Eric Roy. Okay, so we have to do some maneuvering around here. Because we can't send anybody down. Anybody else down. Okay, so we have to try to work things out here. Okay, Rick Cook, you go up. Eric Roy, you go down. Rick Cook, you go down. Okay, I would have thought that worked because he would have been sent to the juniors anyway. It's not salary cap problems. It's not a salary cap problem. It's just a max roster. Let's see. Huxley's in the juniors as well. Okay, the problem's not on forwards, right? We do have enough forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shit, we forgot to sign a forward. Oopsies! Shiza. Okay, I can do that. That's not a problem. Cook. We can't send him down. Jolly good show. What are we gonna do here? Okay, so we got some roster move problems. Let me just do best lines. Okay, Cook doesn't belong up here. That's for sure. Okay, I need to go back into free agency for a minute. Forgot to sign the fourth line forward. That's not a big deal. That is not a big deal. So let's go to GM options, free agency. There should be still some good guys that are still left, hopefully. Yeah, Purcell's still left, and D'Agostini's still left as well. Bergenhunt, Owen Letty, that guy. Ryan Jones. Okay, let's take a look at these guys. Ryan Jones, no way. Owen Letty, no. It's probably going to be D'Agostini or Teddy Purcell. Teddy Purcell wants 3.6 mil. That's way too much. D'Agostini's not really has that good much of a defensive category. Let's sort this by fourth liners. Troy Brody. Jones, no. Josh Britton, no. Kurtz, no. No. Ty Bickley, no. No. Jay McClement, yes. Yes, yes, yes. That will work. Jay McClement, he's 37 years old. That'll suffice just fine, so he can play. He doesn't even want that much money either. 1 year at 1 mil for Jay McClement. That shall do. Okay, back that up. Work it out till Jay McClement signs. And okay, so Jay McClement accepted it. Good. Let's go to roster moves again. Okay, so we don't want Rick Cook up here, correct? No, we do not. Let's see. Forwards. Did McClement get up here, or is he down there? Yeah, Jay McClement's up here. So I want to call up McClement and then send Rick Cook back down. This player's not eligible. Yes, send to the juniors. Okay, and I believe that's everything figured out. Correct? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very nice. Okay, so we have our 12 forwards. Defense, I think everything is taken care of with Murray, Theodore, Pulak, BOJoeKO, Wisniewski, and Kevin Klein. Yes, sir. We are good for that, and we also have some depth in Eric Roy, Camphor, and Arturi Lehkonen if we so need it. And goalie, I think, is under control. Okay, so best lines, best lines, best lines. Alrighty, so first line, we are not going to change. Claude Giroux in the center, keep it the same. Shinkruk, Giroux, Galchenyuk. Do we want Galchenyuk on the left again? I forget. Let's see. He's left-handed. You know what? We'll keep him on the right side. We'll keep Shinkruk on his natural left wing side. Why not? Okay, so we'll keep that the same. Second line. Second line, second line, second line. Shen in the center. Klimchuk comes up. And now we need a second liner. Who's it going to be? Who is going to be that guy? Dane Fox. Is it going to be him? He is the second liner. I don't know. I think we need some offensive guys on that second line. I think it may have to be Nick Cousins, man. Yeah, but Nick Cousins really isn't getting any better all that soon. Eddie Watt, maybe? Eddie Watt's got a pretty good offensive category, and he can hold it down defensively. His discipline's a little bit iffy. He's got the 4 green stars. I kind of would like him to maybe progress a little bit if we get him second line time. Coots, we know what Coots is about. Coots isn't really getting all that much better anyway. But his offensive category, yeah, it's mid-80s. Sean Monahan, no, he's going to be down there in the third. Jaden Hart, yeah, we know what he's about. No, he's not going anywhere. Okay, it either has to be Nick Cousins, Dane Fox, or Eddie Watt who plays that second line. So Nick Cousins, yep. High 80s for offense, which is good. Okay. Eddie Watt, he's really good defensively. I kind of want to get him progressed a little bit. 87, 80s, he's got some high 80s for offense. And Dane Fox, we know he's got the wicked wrist shot. All right, well, we're probably going to be making some crazy line changes throughout the year. So I'm going to put Nick Cousins up there on the second line to start off the year. Why not? 79 playmaker. So 2 playmakers together. That's fine. Third line is going to be Dane Fox, Eddie Watt, Coots. Who's going to play the center? Probably Dane Fox plays the center. Unless Eddie Watt's got some good face-offs. No, and Coots doesn't have good face-offs as well. No, sir. So Dane Fox plays the center between them two. Do I want Coots on the left side? Eddie Watt is a natural. He's a natural center anyway. So yeah, I'll let him play left. I'll let him play right wing, and then Monahan, McClement, and Jaden Hart. So Monahan has 75 face-offs. McClement has 85 face-offs. So Jay McClement actually has some pretty good, decent face-offs. And Jaden Hart, they actually all have pretty good face-offs as well. So unless McClement's a natural, yeah, he's a natural center. So I'll let him play the center. Why not? Okay, defense, I think it's settled. Murray, Theodore, BOJoeKO, Pulock, Kevin Klein, and James Wisniewski. I don't know, man. I'm kind of second guessing myself here. I could switch up Eddie Watt and Nick Cousins so that there would be some depth scoring on the second and third line. Morgan Klimchuk can handle it on the second line because I don't want these two guys fighting for points over each other. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave that for right now. So I'm going to put Klimchuk, Shen, and Eddie Watt together on the second line, and I'll put Coots, Dane Fox, and Nick Cousins on the third line. So I could get maybe some depth scoring from Nick Cousins on that third line again this year, and maybe Dane Fox and Coots can help him out defensively. So I'll try that out. Okay, so power play. Yep, power play for that one is fine by me. Power play number 2 has got to be Shen, Klimchuk, and yeah, I do want Cousins there on that power play, so I'll leave that. Giroux, actually no, Galchenyuk and Shinkaruk, Giroux and Shen, Theodore, Pulock, BOJoeKO, Murray. Penalty kill, so we want Shinkaruk and so we have some pretty good defensive players now. McClement's actually pretty good defensively. He's actually really good defensively. They want Eddie Watt defensively, which I don't disagree with. He's got the 97 defensive awareness, but I think I'm going to take him off the power play in exchange for... shit. Didn't want to do that. I think I'm going to take him off the penalty kill. Okay, so we know we have some very good defensive players on our team. Dane Fox needs to play penalty kill, obviously. Okay, so Dane Fox, you're down here, but you're a center, so you play center. You play first line with Shinkaruk, that's fine. And then Coots, I think, has to play defensively because he's pretty good now. 86, 86, 90. Yeah, Sean Couturier plays there on the wing. And then we need a center, so it either has to be Monahan, McClement, Hart, or Dane Fox, or Eddie Watt. We could give Eddie Watt some time. He's got the good 97 defensive awareness. McClement's pretty good as well. He's got high 84s, 86s everywhere. Not the best passer. Sean Monahan. He's got 92 defensive awareness. Good. Good discipline. Nothing really else. Or Jaden Hart. 97. Yeah, so we have a lot of guys with good defensive awareness. No, I'm going to put McClement on there because he can win some face-offs. So I'm going to put Jay McClement down there on the penalty kill. So we'll run with Fox, Shinkaruk, McClement, and Couturier. Murray, Pulock, Theodore, BOJoeKO. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to change the defensive pairs, whatever. I'm going to leave the defense the same. And then I'm going to put Dane Fox. I'm fine with that. And probably Shinkaruk because I know he has some good face-offs, right? Yeah, so I'll leave Shinkaruk in there as well. Okay. 4-on-4. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Galchenyuk, Shinkaruk, Giroux, Shen, Couturier, Dane Fox. I'll put Couturier and I'll put Morgan Klimchuk in there. Extra attackers, Giroux and Galchenyuk. Goalies, Gordon Peckham and Pavel Konachev. Yep. And shootout, Galchenyuk, Shinkaruk, Giroux, Klimchuk, and Braden Shen. I'll put Shen above him. Good. Okay, so the Flyers are taken care of. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So I have everything figured out here for the AHL lineup. So, Lundmark, Nicolat, Stortini, Kukin, Bork, Dubowitz, Henson and Hertel, Kirkpatrick, Bortson, Rowe, Hjalmarsson. Offense. Defense, Eric Roy, Hedge, Lehkonen, Muller, Keitner, Kampfer. So the power play is going to be Lundmark, Nicolat, Stortini, Roy, Lehkonen. And power play line 2, obviously the same as the first lineups there. Four-man power play, Lundmark and Nicolat, Stortini and Dubowitz. I'm going to let them play. Roy and Lehkonen, Muller and Kampfer. Penalty kill, I'm going to put Hertel and Dubowitz and then Hentonen and Rob Bortson in there. Why? Just because I needed another two-way forward in there. Roy and Hedge, Lehkonen and Kampfer. Three-man penalty kill, just the same combination as those two. Then 4-on-4. It's fine. Extra attacker, Nicolat and Lundmark. And with Ron Peterson going to be in the net. 4-star goalie, 23 years old. Why not? Let's get him some experience in there. Shootout is fine. And, yeah, I think we're all ready to go to start up everything is fine. Checked out with our salary thing. We have $3 million left in salary still left. And yeah, we're all ready to start the simulation in the next video. So that's what we'll do next time. And yeah, we'll see how this season goes.